everybody. So this is a DIY nail tutorial. Here are the pre-selected nails that I had selected prior to, and these are the Marquette nails, and I did already one hand already off camera, as you guys can see here, and those are my bare nails there. So the things you will need for this nail tutorial is going to be a top gel. I got this from Amazon, Beetles. I showed it in another video when I did my nail haul. And this is the base gel, the foundation that you would apply on first. And these are the nail colors from the Beetles collection that I will be using. This is the Christmas collection. I showed this in a video prior to this video, so if you guys want to go check it out, definitely check the description bar below so you guys can see the nice swatches, but you'll be able to see most of the nail polish here. Alright, so we're going to use Crazy Glue, and we're going to use Kiss Strong Bond, I believe that was called. And we have a UV light that I got from Amazon. I didn't do an unboxing, I should have, but I didn't. These are my nails again. And so we're basically it's going to get started. So sorry, it's going to get started, okay? And I did care for my nails prior to, and that's a cuticle, little wooden cuticle pusher that I'll be using as well. And I'm basically pushing down the cuticles because so when you put on the nail, you want to make sure that you're kind of getting, you know, it down in the cuticles so it can look like it's coming from your nail bed, okay? You don't want it to look like press on nails per se. You want it to look natural as possible. And so this is me putting on the glue. A lot of this is tedious because of course I'm doing one finger at a time. And when you are applying the nails, you want to make sure that you're getting all the air bubbles out. I had to do this over again because it can be a little bit difficult, so you want to make sure that you're pressing on there just to make sure that the nail adheres to your bare nail. And prior to, just make sure that you are making sure that your nail bed is free of oil so your nails can stay on for a long period of time instead of popping off the next day or two, so so the nail can adhere. So just try to wipe your nail beds off prior to putting on the nails. I didn't show that on camera, but I do care for my nails prior to putting on these nails, because if you care about your nails, you want to make sure that you're not destroying your nails while, you know, trying to make, you know, your nails look nice or longer or whatever the case is. And this is definitely a cheaper way to go if you do not like going to the salon or whatever the case is, or if you have a job profession as to where you can't wear the nails all the time. So these nails do not last as long, but you know, long enough and for you to switch out and things of that sort. And just be careful with the glue and make sure that you don't put as much glue, or don't put, you know, over the amount, because the glue can leak out from the sides. And that's what happened to one of the nails. That's why I had to step off camera, because that's what happened. So just make sure that you're putting enough glue and not too much glue, if that makes sense. And when you're pushing the cuticles, you don't have to push them all the way down, or, you know, OD. Just push them down enough to where when you're applying the nail, it's basically looking like it's coming from your nail bed. Alright, so now we're going to buff. I didn't show the nail filer in the beginning, but you do need a nail filer because you want to buff it out. Some people don't do this, or some people skip this step, but if you want to do it, go ahead. This kind of makes the gel adhere better instead of the nail being you know, clear and shiny. So you kind of want to do some buffing here, and that's what I'm basically doing. And now I'm going to take the base gel, and which is the base coat, and I'm going to apply that as well. Again, some people do skip this part, but it's really up to you. But I decided, you know, since I have it, I purchased it, so why not do it? So I'm definitely using the base coat, and then I'm going to apply the color polish in a minute. And when you're applying gel, a tip, just make sure that you are applying the thinnest layer as possible, because you don't want it to be too thick, because when it's time for curing and stuff like that, you will have problems such as bubbles and things of that sort. So you want to make sure that the layers, every layer that you put on your nails are thin as possible. Okay, you don't want to make it too thick, because you can make the nail look bulky, and plus you're going to make bubbles and things of that sort. Okay, all right, so now we're going to cure it for 60 seconds. I was scared to put my hand in there, so yeah, I shouldn't put my hand in there. I want to buy some gloves that is good for this, so I will soon. But you'll see in the next clip that I will put on that glove that you see right there. It's gonna look crazy, don't judge me, but that's all I had at the time. So next time you'll see me with a professional glove. Okay, so I had to use what I had. Okay, don't come for me. Okay, all right, I'm just trying to protect my my hands somewhat from the UV light. Next time I'll just put the nails under there and then press them on. But I wanted to do it this way because I did it with this nail, and I wanted to show you guys you could do it this way as well. All right, now I'm applying the nail polish onto the nail, as you guys can see here. And again, I am doing a nice thin layer and being careful of not trying to get it onto the cuticle or on the hand. If you do, you could kind of just hurry up and wipe it off. But you could always do cleanup after, but just make sure, because you're going under the UV light, so you just want to make sure you make less of a mess as possible. All right, I know it's easier said than done, but if you're doing this, please do not do this in a rush, because it's a very tedious thing to do, especially when you're using gel nail polish, because you have to cure after every layer. Okay, so curing just basically makes the gel stay, because if you don't cure it, the gel is going to be wet and it's going to be a whole mess. So you have to cure it. So if you do have gel polish, you do have to get a UV light, okay? Unless it's one of those nail polishes where they say you don't need a UV light. So make sure you're reading the directions when you're purchasing nail polishes to make sure to see, because it will be a big mess and you'll be mad, like, why my nail polish is looking like this? Or because you don't have a UV light, okay? And you got to make sure that you're curing for a particular time depending upon the nail polish, because sometimes depending upon the nail polish manufacturers, sometimes you have to cure more than 60 seconds. So every cure that I do is 60 seconds. Okay, so 60 seconds for each layer. Okay, and they said on some of the packaging for the polishes, when you're doing the top coat gel after you're done with everything, they said to do it for, I guess, 2 minutes. So you do 60 seconds or whatever the case is. So it's really up to you. So I only did 60 seconds each layer. Okay, so when I put the top coat on, I only did it the one time for 60 seconds and that was it. Okay, so that's basically about that. So I'm applying another layer. Once again, you should apply a thin layer. Again, you don't want it to look bulky, and you don't want any bubbles or anything in the case, because it's going to look bad, and then that's when you have to start over. You don't want to do that. So if you are doing this for the first time, I would suggest that you start off with a play nail. Okay, all right, so now I'm going to use the top gel. I'm sorry I didn't show how I put the other designs on, because my camera card was full, so I really apologize about that. I'm so sorry, but I just basically put some glitter on the top of that and things of that sort. So that's all I did. Okay, so that's basically about that. But yeah, what I was saying, you want to make sure that you do a nail just for practice and to see how how you're good with the curing and stuff like that, so you won't make a mess in the beginning. Okay, so that's just basically about that. And it's my first time using a UV lamp. Okay, so I'm not a professional. This is the way I do it. I know there's a lot of nail techs out here. I'm not a nail tech either, and so things of that sort. So just make sure that you are taking the safety precautions and make sure that you're doing what works for you, or whatever the case is. So this works for me. What may work for me may not work for you, and vice versa. Okay, and that's just basically about that. I talked through the whole video. I didn't mean to do that, but you guys don't like to be thorough and detailed. So here it is. Okay, so this is a DIY cheap nail at home type deals you could do at home, and I'll be back with more nail videos. If you like more nail videos, please let me know. And I definitely will come back with more nail videos. And yeah, so that's basically about that. As you guys can see, that next video, you see those other nails on the side, though that's my mom's press-on nails. That video will be coming on soon after this. And that's just basically about that, you guys. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I thank you so much. And I'm gonna do some cleanup. I think I did cleanup off camera. And I'm basically going to you know, moisturize my cuticles and moisturize my hands. Okay, and this is cuticle oil that I mixed up together. I believe it's olive oil and vitamin E oil, I believe. Okay, and I'm basically putting some oil on the cuticles, and then I'll be putting lotion on thereafter. All right, you guys. Okay, I'm done. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for looking at my tutorial. I really do appreciate it a lot. There will be more nail videos to come. I will be doing more nail designs and things of that sort. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Having questions, thank you guys for watching. Peace. Bye.